Oh, I thought that would link. It didn't. Get away from me! Okay. Is that a 100% win rate to master? I think so. I don't think we lost. We lost some rounds. I don't think we lost a single game. That's the first time that's happened. Yeah, you know, Gran, he's only decent, guys. Wait, 96% win rate? Oh, we lost a game. I'm an idiot. I fucking lied. We lost. When did we lose a game? We lost one game. Not like this. Fuck. Oh, we lost one game to a Galleon. We lost one game to a Galleon in S+5? Like the fucking second. Oh, it's literally the second game we played. Oh, it's the second game we played. We lost to a Galleon in S+. No wonder I didn't fucking remember it. No, man. This guy's a fraud. 97% win rate. Not like this, man. Somebody save me from the nothing I've become. But I mean, we talked about it already, right? But I mean, again, Gran is just, he's just, in all of the ways that you can, like, play fundamental Gran Blue, it is really harder to get better than Gran, right? Like, he had, like, someone in the chat earlier said Gran's gimmick is frame data. Because everyone said, like, oh, Gran doesn't have, like, a BS, he doesn't have, like, some gimmick, he doesn't have, like, a command grab, like, or, like, you know, some, like, mix, something like that. Someone said Gran's gimmick is frame data, and I really like that. Like, that's just a nice, like, one-sentence summary of this character, right? Just insane far M, insane 2U, pretty fucking great far H, right? Insane 2M, like, premium close M, premium close H. His, like, worst button, quote-unquote, is, like, far L, right? And, like, his far L is just, it's a good far L. Plain and simple, right? It's just a good far L. That's his, like, worst button, probably. Right? Like, also, like, 5U is obviously an incredibly strong tool as well, and also, it's not just that all of his tools are strong in a vacuum, they're all incredibly synergistic with each other in his kit. We talked about how, you know, all of his best pressure tools, like 2M, or like far M, or like far H, or like 5U, or stuff like that, yes, they're great for pressure in many ways, they're also his best combo starters, right? So, Gran, like, just by playing his game, he was putting himself in his, like, highest risk, highest reward situation, right? Maybe there are some, or say, like, the best balance of risk reward, right? Like, there are some characters who might have to, like, they might have to stop running, like, normal pressure and, like, go for a risk to really kill you, right? Gran doesn't really need to do that. He can just kind of do his thing, right? If he just like, does a plus on block 2M, and you, like, try to mash, and he delays it to another 2M, like, his 2M just fucking converts into far H on counter hit, man. Like his best pressure normal is also one of his best, like, it's one of the most punishing things for him to hit you with, right? It's kind of nutty. His anti-air damage also certainly, I never, like, did a single anti-air combo on Gran, I don't think, but he can't hurt you very hard with raw boot after, right? His damage in general is just, he like, all of, like, any starter he has seems to just convert into a shit ton of bullshit for him. He can do better than this too, right? But even this, right, is not bad at all, 7,400, but 2H, 5U into boot. You said you need level 1 5U, right? Is that what you were saying? Do you do 5U right away? Like, do you get to level 1 charge, or into U boot from there? Like, do you not need a charge before you hit it? Yeah, I see what you mean. It's actually less damage than the other way, but yeah. If you want to, like, fully dump the way Anila does, you can do stuff like this. And it's even more damage than that way, right? This is 7530, which is, it's pretty good. That's pretty good. So, Grant, he just, like, again, it's really, I called him Bowler Fist Ogre earlier. I called him a 4-mana 7/7, if you're familiar with, like, old Hearthstone memes and shit like this. Like, Gran just, every, like, fundamental thing that can be done in Gran Blue, besides throw baiting, Gran is just top 3 or 4 in it, right? The reason that Gran might not be, like, he might not be as insane as, like, some other characters who share his archetype is, like, they might be able to do all of that and then also have, like, some crazy-ass Brave counterbait or, like, a throw bait or a command grab or whatever, right? But, like, Gran is about, like, as good as you can get at just doing Gran Blue shit. Gran basically is there. Insane buttons, insane conversions, good neutral skips, good 6XL, like, there's no weakness at all in this kit, and there's a lot of strengths. Like, there's a lot of things that, you know, you could be like, oh, like, these are insane buttons, but there's also stuff that's just, like, straight, like, this 2U is just not fair. Gran just has maybe the best 2U in the entire video game. 6 active frames for some reason. The amount of times that someone tried to spot dodge this shit, and it just caught the end of their spot dodge anyway, because it has 6 active frames. The most generous low profile you've ever seen in the entire world. Right? 7 frame startup, special cancelable, because why not? And of course it goes into just like everything else. It's one of Gran, like, it goes into an insane combo starter, right? His 2H is kind of a weakness. His 2H is simply not absurd. It's like his far L, right? His 2H is just not, like, insane, right? Have you seen Lowain 2U? Have I seen Lowain 2U? Let's talk about Lowain 2U. What are you talking about with Lowain 2U? I think I have seen Lowain 2U. What am I looking for here? I mean, what? Am I missing something? What am I looking at with the, Are you talking about the 2U in general? Yeah. The low profile on it is also crazy. Yeah. It reached too much and cancelable. It's also 12 frames from where it's reaching, right? Like, yeah, there's a lot of reach on it, but it's 16 frames from over here. I'm not saying that makes it bad, but it's not like this thing is like a 7-frame 2U from over here. The low profile on it's pretty good. 2M's even better, though. I think Lowain's 2M has one of the nastiest low profiles in the game, too, right? But no, is this better than Gran's 2U? I would say hell no. I would say hell to the no. Hell no. Because Gran's is a very similar, it's also cancelable. It's also very big, and that shit is 7 frames, always, right? Imagine Ladiva's 2U being cancelable? I mean, thank God it's not, right? That would actually be just, like, a combination of Lowain's and Gran's, and it's heavy attack level, by the way. The reason that thing's minus 20 on block. So, I mean, like, again, Gran, he is just a good stats for the cost deck. And as it turns out, right, maybe in some other fighting games that might be a little bit lackluster, right? But in general, one, like, he has really good stats for the cost. It's not like, oh, Gran's just decent, right? There's a lot of people saying like, oh, Gran just, oh, he has decent buttons. Gran's buttons are not decent. They're, like, they are in and of themselves bullshit, right? Gran's buttons are bullshit. They're not good, they're not great. Some of them are great, like, this is great only, but, like, you know, this is bullshit, right? This is absurd. This is bullshit, right? So, like, his buttons in and of themselves are the bullshit. It's so, like, they are so good that they become the gimmick. They become the bullshit. And just how, especially when you combine with how well the entire rest of his kit synergizes around confirming off these fucking things, and how all the buttons like synergize with each other. Like, his far L's not that good until you realize it's +7 on counter hit, and because his far M is so broken, he just gets far L into far M into, again, like, way too much damage, considering his ass hit you with a far L, right? Like, I don't really know what to say. We already talked about it at length. I don't want to rant for any longer, right? But I'll tell you, I will sleep it on Gran a little bit. I'll sleep it on Gran a little bit. Gran's real good. Gran is a solid. I'll describe it as solid high tier character. I think it's insane how the one character everyone has for free is still underrated. Again, I assume who's the next character? We're gonna do Jita, and I'm gonna feel that difference. I'm sure. Jita is certainly not as good as Gran. I think he's still better than people give her credit for, but we'll see. Maybe I'll figure out that it's actually not the case. Gran top 1 pro tag buff? Yeah, I had Gran here. This is just wrong, right? He's like at least he's somewhere up here for sure, right? I was sleeping on him in some way or another. Also, I moved Nier down. Nier did not. I had Nier like here because I thought the buffs would be better for her. No, she's still bad. I don't know if she's worse than Vikala, right? It's a toss up. Well, one of these characters is the worst character in the game for sure. But yeah, Gran's better than I thought he was, man. He's just so fucking solid. It's really hard. Like, you really can't point. And besides, like, again, the main thing, like, if I had to point at Gran and call something a weakness, again, it's not really a weakness as much as it is, he just doesn't have something really good. But Gran really does not have a very strong throw bait, right? Like, he just has to do the normal shit. He just has to, like, run up backdash or, like, run up delay close H or something like that. Now, he's got a damn good close H for doing that, but he doesn't have, you know, something like that. That's kind of the only thing that I can really look at Gran and think of, like, you know, what is missing from this character. A good throw bait is missing from this character, but, like, yeah, Pro's kind of nasty in general. Exactly. Like, you have 2B higher after you play her, she's nasty. I mean, this is rough. Again, all of these are basically roughly ordered, right? Like, I don't think that 2B is necessarily, I know there's a lot of, like, dooming about 2B these days, which is crazy from where we were. Like, 2B is not worse than Gran to me, necessarily, right? I just don't think, like, basically, the only characters that I think are, you probably need to go a little lower. There's, like, a cutoff maybe here. Like, it's like a half and half kind of thing to me, maybe. You know what I mean? There's, like, a cutoff here. But, like 2B, Gran, Armaya, like, these all feel, like, very strong to me, right? I don't think 2B's bad at all. The Sandy is very high. Maybe Sandy needs to go, like, here-ish, but I don't think he's that high. He probably doesn't deserve to be in the same, like, these are kind of, like, these 5 are all quite strong, right? But Sandy's real good, right? I'll put Sandy here for now. Like, I'll stick to my guns. But Sandy's real strong. I think Sandy is, like, in many ways, Sandy is a version of Gran with slightly worse normals and significantly more, like, special gimmick bullshit, right? Maybe an up player, but 2B is pretty damn low. I don't think 2B is top tier, right? There's, like, if you want to move 2B, like, higher up here, that's fine. There is, like, again, I think where Seox is here, I draw a bit of a line where, like, these characters are all still very good, I think, but not quite as good as like, the ones who are, like, Percy, Uno, Beelzebub, Sandy, Siegfried, and Seox, I think, are all characters where, like, if you really wanted to put them up here, I wouldn't really necessarily disagree with you. You know what I mean? Galleon S, I think Galleon's really good. If anything, I might be downplaying Galleon. Right? Matera extremely low? I mean, I get it. I think Matera's good. I still don't think I'm quite on board with her being as good as everyone else thinks she is. But again, keep in mind, Matera is like as good as Gran in my head, basically, right? Like there's just because she's the one at the end of the list, I'm not saying that she's like barely in high tier or something like that, right? I know people like everyone thinks Matera is like top 3, right? Which I don't quite see yet, and I haven't seen yet. And like I've watched a lot of Monarch, and he hasn't shown me anything that I didn't already know. You know what I mean? I kind of have the same opinion for Galleon. I don't know if anyone around me has the same opinion. Also, I'm not gonna move Lucy down. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. If you want, yeah, we can do this. You know what? Midnight, we can do that. It's the same thing. Like again, probably I would draw a line at Abel actually, or now at Lucy if that's what we're gonna do. Like again, for these rough order ones, like I'll probably draw a line here, and then I'd say like Vera, Anila, Zoe, Eustace, Lancelot are like obviously better than like these characters, but worse than the rest of the people there. I'd say 2B should be between Sandy and Bubs. That's really not that big. If that's like you're saying I don't know if I'm an up player, but she's way too low, brother. You're moving her, my brother in Christ. You're moving her 3 spots over on the list, right? My point was that Zane is the only Grimnir in the general FDC that performs at that level with Grimnir. That doesn't really mean Grimnir is not good, right? You're right. That's true. What you're saying is objectively correct. That really has no bearing at all on how good the character is. I think, and if there were like you know what I mean. How affected was Uno by the Sandal Fawn patch parry nerfs? Affected. He like his shit is counter hit recovery now, but I mean that affected him and her and her, right? And him. It affected everyone around Uno by and large, I think. I think Grimm's obviously top tier. There's not some huge power gulf between him and the other people up there. No, I would agree. Yeah. There is again, like there is not an obvious top 1 right now in the video game, right? Some people will say Grimnir. I still don't think I fully agree. As a EU player, seeing Lowain that low makes me afraid he would ever get buffed. Again, I've said this multiple times. Lowain and UL, I don't know, man. Every time I bring up this list, I have to say this, right? Lowain and UL, I literally have no confidence in these placements. They're entirely vibe-based. If you wanted to put Lowain and UL here, or even you wanted to put them here, I wouldn't disagree with you, right? My instinct tells me the characters feel kind of fake a little bit. Lowain is easily S. I don't have a really solid argument to refute you. I just don't know that I've quite seen that yet. But like, yeah, Lowain and UL, either one of them could be here or here, right? Just from his results, I just don't give a shit about results. I'm sorry. Like, unless the only time you're gonna see me, like, I'm gonna be like, oh, like these were like, if it's like 6 Niers and CEO, and even then, by the way, that doesn't make the results are not what makes the character good. But it's like good circumstantial evidence. I don't give a fuck about results. Like there's something that I've talked about. Like at the end of the day, just because like by that logic, just because one person or even if multiple people are doing well with a character, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that character is super good, right? Because even the characters down here are viable, right? There is no character that's like ass in this game, right? Like people have gotten to top 8s with Vikala, straight up. People have gotten to top 8s with Vikala. So I just don't care about results at all, man. Like, if I only care about pro play insofar as I can watch them and they can show me new things the character could do that I didn't know they could do. They're going to play the characters at the highest level, right? They're going to understand them better than anyone else. If they can, like, show me something, like some new tech, some setup, some, like, pressure structure, something like that I didn't realize, that recontextualizes my idea of how the character's strengths work, then I might be like, oh shit, like I saw Monarch do some crazy ass Matera shit, and I was like, this isn't okay. But just the idea, like, this person won the tournament, therefore the character is good, or even this person is consistently winning tournaments, therefore the character is good, I just don't give a single shit. It seems like a very naive way, I guess, to think like, you can think about characters in a vacuum, and then also into how they fit into meta. Right, character might be good, but all their bad matchups. I didn't say one Lowain doing good, even if it's 6, brother. You know what I mean? Like, people doing well with a character in bracket does not matter to me. Plain and simple. Now, again, with that in mind, I'm not telling you with my chest that, like, Lowain is bad. What I said minutes ago, if you want to put Lowain here, I could see that world. I genuinely don't understand Lowain and UL very much at all. Of all the characters on this list, there are two of them that I'm not going to stand here and protect my take, and it's these two, right? UL and Lowain, I don't really understand them. The things that I do understand about both of them seem to point at weaknesses to me, right? But it's very possible there's a lot of strengths about them that I just don't get, right? So again, very much, Lowain very well might be S. I'm not, like, you could be right. In fact, I doubt, if anything, if I, like, my gut still tells me I think he's not that good, but, like, if I wanted to just be moderate and not just be, like, sticking to what my gut tells me, he's probably at least here, right? Like, I have more in my head telling me that Lowain might be good versus UL, right? But yeah, I just don't know. I feel like I've gotten past the point where, like, a lot of Lowain's knowledge checks that are fake, I know, but a lot of his, like, really good strengths that might exist, I don't know. I have not seen. And maybe I haven't watched Incendiate or something like that, like, play, because I have not actually seen, like, I've watched Incendiate play, like, a little bit in top 8s and stuff like that. Maybe I need to watch a little bit more Incendiate or something like that, you know what I mean? Maybe we should do a Lowain run? I'm trying, brother, I promise. I'm trying, but people keep either donating or doing channel points to never let me play UL or Lowain. You know what I mean? What made you change Vane? Theory crafting? No. Insane buffs. Oh, well, I guess, yeah, in that sense, theory crafting, yeah. Vane just got some of the biggest buffs a character's ever fucking gotten, man. His 5U went from a joke to one of the best in the game. His mid-screen damage got buffed with the 6-2-3-H changes. And, I mean, Shield's a little better. Shield is not, like, Shield is actually maybe one of the least impactful buffs that he got, but, like, Vane's way better. The days of Vane being down here, I think, are just gone. Right? Oh, he's not up there, though. He's not up there. Hold on. Get back down there. Get back down there. But the days of Vane being, like, a bottom 1 contender, I think they're fully behind us. Right? He's not amazing. I'm not going to tell you that Vane is, like, you know, even a high tier. But, like, he's good for real, man. Like, the buffs they gave him are a big deal. Right? People can and have won majors of characters missing several system mechanics. In other games doesn't mean those characters are anything more than dog shit. Yeah. I'm not saying that, like, yeah, like, I'm not saying that, oh, like, I don't care at all. It's just, again, tournament results are at best circumstantial evidence to me, right? Like, I can look at, it was CEO 2024, right? Was that the one with 6 Nears? Yeah, right? I can look at CEO 2024 and be like, if you didn't know anything about Granblue, it's 4 Nears, my bad. If you didn't know anything about Granblue at all, you could look at this and it'd be a pretty good thing to be like, this Near character is kind of good, huh? 1st, 2nd, 4th, and 8th at this major were all Near. Now, that's true. To be fair, this is an insane example. Even this is circumstantial evidence, realistically, right? Like, this is not, you don't look at this and go, oh, this Near character is a problem. If this is what it took for you to realize that Near was really strong, like, before she got nerfed, you just weren't paying attention, right? Like, you can look, you can just look at Near, and obviously she's top 1. Right? There's, like, I can look at a character, like, I can look like Catalina, Grimnir, Versuja, Vasaraga, like, I think, in my opinion, Sword as well, I think he's very heavily downplayed. Beatrix, Belial, I can look at these characters and tell you they're crazy without having to watch, you know, like, Zane cook someone on Grimnir. Again, the only thing I really care about is, like, can they show me something new? Something I didn't understand? And that's probably, like, that's probably something I do probably need to watch some Incendiate and see what he shows me Lowain cooking. You know what I mean? I gotta watch some Incendiate, see what he's cooking, and then go from there. Now, I mean, there's other good Lowains too, but Incendiate is the one that immediately comes to mind that I can do off recall, not recognition. But the point of bringing this up in the first place, when I asked the reason behind Vera being an A+ if possible, so to really oversimplify the Vera discussion, base Vera is a bottom 1 contender. Honestly, I'm not even sure if she's guaranteed bottom 1, but even for the sake of argument, base Vera is bottom 1. Sure, let's say base Vera is bottom 1. Install Vera, I think, is literally like Catalina tier character. Like, Install Vera is ridiculous. She's just rushed down Catalina. There's pros and cons between her and Catalina. Now, of course, she's worse than Catalina because Catalina starts that round start, right? So, if one of them is a bottom 1 and one of them is top tier, it basically comes down to how often you think Vera can realistically get installed. Hitting 5U can be tough, but you can guaranteed combo into 5U if you spend 50 meter on 2-2U, if you get a close H or a counter hit, far H or something like that, or you get a 6-6H in some way, you can do that. If you get to 100 meter, sometimes you can just install from full screen and it works. So my general idea with Vera is I don't think it's that hard for her to get value off of install, you know, in any given set. But she is going to be spending a lot of time in base Vera, so I have to, like, still wait. And she starts the round in base Vera. Base Vera is a 100% guaranteed thing you have to work through, right? So even though, you know, maybe this is bottom 1, and this is like, Install Vera is like a top 1 contender, I'm gonna weight it more towards her being nearer to that, like, base Vera ranking, right? But she's very good. I think if you wanted to put Vera lower, the idea of like putting Vera down here is ridiculous to me. Because install Vera does things that basically no other character can do. Like, she has the best, not one of, besides Blade Level 5 Lucilius. You always gotta talk about Blade Level 5 Lucilius and Nier, my bad. Those two are always the exceptions. But besides, like, the character, like, Blade Level 5 Lucilius doesn't exist, and Nier basically doesn't exist, let's be honest. Of, like, real characters, install Vera has just the best, point blank, period, resourceless mid-screen in the video game. Point blank, period. Not even Versuja is fucking with her on that. Honestly, not even Versuja with stock is fucking with her on, like, 0% meter spend. And if she wants to spend 50, then she's right up there with Versuja, even with stock, right? Her DP is, like, she has 2 really good reversals, right? Her buttons are still, even base Vera, her buttons are still great. What about 3 stock Seagull Frido? I mean, that's fair. But I mean, his mid-screen, at that point, the damage would be good. The corner carry would be kind of ass, right? Galleon stronger than Matera? Not necessarily. Again, there's kind of a half and half to me. I think, like, I drop a line probably around here at Seox. All of these characters feel similar to me. And also, by the way, maybe, Galleon is real fucking good, I think. Nier definitely better than Vicky? I mean, I don't know about definitely. If Vicky's bottom 1, Nier's right there with her. These are the only 2 bottom 1 contenders in the game, I think. Like, even if these characters deserve to be here, they are definitely, like, all 3 of these are definitely better than both of these. Right? So, like, if Nier is better than Vicky, it's because she's bottom 2, not bottom 1. But yeah, like, Galleon is really fucking good, man. Galleon is really fucking good. It's not I'm not saying that Matera is bad. Though I will say, I don't think Matera, again, I've said this before, I don't think Matera is, like, top 3. Like, a lot of people do think so, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. U Butterfly is certainly very overtuned. U Butterfly is an insane-ass move, right? But, like, I don't know. It's a lot. I mean, Flame Carpet exists here, too. Maybe Flame Carpet isn't as good as U Butterfly, but I don't know. Matera's good. But yeah, we're supposed to talk about Gran. We're supposed to talk about Gran, right? Gran is really good. I had Gran down here. I was wrong. Gran's a little higher than I thought. He's better than I thought. Gran's kind of cooking. Did I finish Gran to Masters? Yes, in like an hour and a half. What makes Catalina top 1? I mean, I'm not necessarily top 1. Like, again, if you wanted to say Grimnir was or Versuja was, I don't know that honestly, the more I think about it, Vasaraga's certainly up here. I feel like there might be a bit of a line drawn here for me personally, but in my opinion, you actually put Percy or Row down. In my opinion, I think Catalina was, for my money, comparably strong to Grimnir last patch. And then Grimnir, while he's basically is the fucking same, he did literally lose something. He did literally lose something this patch, right? He lost his fuzzy. Now, I know it doesn't really matter, right? A lot of the times he's just going to end up doing his, like, 50-50 as in a fuzzy anyway, whatever. But, like, there are circumstances where he wanted to do it. He did literally lose something. So it's like, if I thought that, you know, and same thing with Versuja. Versuja is weaker, right? Versuja is a weaker character than she used to be. So, you know, gun to my head, if I have to put someone to the left here, if I thought that a lot of these characters were comparable last patch, and the only one who basically was completely untouched is Catalina, I'm going to put Catalina as the best character in the game, right? But, like, if you wanted to do this, if you wanted to do, I don't know, quite know about, maybe Versuja is, like, actually a little, it's hard to say. Maybe it really is, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I don't quite know if I would agree with this, personally, but, you know.
It's gonna hurt.
But yeah, basically that's the idea, is that I thought Kat was very, like, in the conversation for top 1 last patch too, and then the people in the conversation with her got nerfed, and she didn't. You know what I mean? So, that's kind of it. But yeah, man. Gran, fastest master run in the Earth's history. 30 games or something like that. 15 games, like 30 games, 15 sets, right? Fun times. Broken ass Granathan. Balanced ass Granathan. Honest ass Granathan. I don't think so.